This 6-minute video will show you how a digital worker automates the implementation of Workday. Specifically, the digital worker automates the setting up of employee metadata. The Automation Anywhere platform launches and the digital worker gets to work. Note the runtime window in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, tracking the digital worker steps. The digital worker is now configured. Digital worker is now hard at work, first reading the configuration files to make sure it is operating using the right file folders, email addresses, etc. The configuration files have been read and the logging files are ready for tracking. The digital worker authenticates itself into Workday using its own credentials. Credentials are retained in the credentials vault. We are now in Workday. The digital worker opens logging files so it can start processing. The digital worker opens the file containing the configuration data. Note the upper left-hand corner beside the Workday logo. The digital worker initiates the process in Workday to set up the employee data. Watch as the digital workers transfer the data from the configuration file into the configuration fields in Workday. If it's a little tedious to watch, imagine having to do it. In addition to staff appreciating being liberated from these kinds of mundane tasks, it can greatly accelerate the implementation timeframes. The employee type data is now done and moving on to the next category of data. For demo purposes, we inserted an error in the source data. Watch how this gets reported later. The contingent worker type is done and moving on to the last category, compensation grades. Digital worker moves through the configuration file to read the appropriate data and then proceeds to initiate the correct process in Workday, processing the data through the interface to complete the configuration of the data structures. That took some time, but the digital worker completed the task. Note, the digital worker is paced at rate the Workday application processes the input. In the background, the digital worker prepares the email to report the process success and any failures to the process owner. This shows the email issued by the digital worker. The file is opened, confirming the successful updates. And the failures. Note the typo highlighted earlier is captured here. With processing complete, the digital worker logs out of Workday and closes any open files. TransformAI is a gold implementation partner with Automation Anywhere and produced this digital worker and demo.